What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Rip City Rundown YouTube channel. We've got some Blazers rumors to discuss today. So obviously, big Blazer trades went down yesterday with the Clippers. Norman Powell and Robert Covington get sent to LA. We bring back Eric Bledsoe. We bring back Keon Johnson, Justice Winslow, and a second-round pick. Now, on paper, that trade is garbage. As simple as you can put it, it's a bad trade on paper. But some things that it did do for us, and that's what we're going to talk about at the beginning of this video before we get into the other rumors. It put us under the luxury tax, something that we haven't been under for, I got to say, at least since the 2016 offseason when we gave those huge contracts to Evan Turner, Allen Crabbe, Myers Leonard, and so on and so forth. So we go under the luxury tax. We also improve the chance of us tanking. I mean, the biggest asset we can get this entire year is a top 5 pick. If that's something we can get, then we'll be in a really good shape to either flip that pick or use it and bolster our future even more. Covington was obviously on the end of his deal, so we needed to get rid of him. And for those that thought we were going to get a first-round pick for him, that just never really was a possibility. He was underperforming this year, and I think we overvalued him a little too much. Obviously, the thing that we see the most is the fact that Gary Trent Jr. and 2 first-round picks turned into this. And yes, that's not amazing, but that's Neil Olshey's problem, and that was something that he made. Joe Cronin, you got to judge Joe Cronin on what Joe Cronin's doing now. So just wanted to go ahead and get that out of the way at the beginning of the video. The first rumor we will be discussing today revolves around CJ McCollum, and all these are coming from Hoops Hype as of today. And it's the fact that the Dallas Mavericks are extremely interested in CJ McCollum. Obviously, we've already heard that the Pelicans were extremely interested in him too. But the Mavericks are starting to gain traction when it comes to CJ McCollum. It says, with the emergence of Simons and the selling off of veterans like Powell and Covington, rival executives around the league believe the Trailblazers will move CJ McCollum. That's been known. And it says several teams, including the Pelicans, Mavericks, and others, are expected to have interest in trading for McCollum, who is owned $69.13 million over the next couple seasons. And that's really all it says regarding around it. But that's another team that is interested in CJ McCollum. I would say no matter who you trade CJ McCollum for, unless it's like a Miles Turner, obviously a Ben Simmons, but that looks like Ben Simmons and James Harden could be getting traded here in the near couple of days. You're not going to get a star player of equal value to CJ McCollum right now. I think the key when it comes to that trade is the fact that we could get picks in return. Like a trade I've seen a lot is a Reggie Bullock, Tim Hardaway Jr., and 2 firsts for CJ. Obviously, that's not on paper. Again, that's not going to make our team better right now. But those 2 first-round picks, whether you use them or flip them, again, we're all just trying to get assets and flip them. We just want to keep our options open. When it comes to the Pelicans, a guy I see a lot is Josh Hart, who's young. He would fit into our team very well. Again, the thing about this most recent trade, whether it was just a dump salary or not, we got more athletic. We get a guy in Keon Johnson who had the highest vertical of all time at the NBA Draft Combine at 48 inches. Then we get a guy in Eric Bledsoe who, despite him being 6'1", he's still an athletic, bulky guard that can switch onto some bigger wings. And then we get Justice Winslow, who's just an athletic freak. So it gives a signal that we want to go the more athletic way, and I think Josh Hart would fall underneath that. I could see like a Josh Hart, Satoransky, Kira Lewis, and a pick or something, or 2 first. Again, first-round picks are going to be what's most valuable for us at the moment. A key thing Joe Cronin did say when it came to that last trade is cap flexibility was a big reason for that, and he called Anthony Simons a core piece, and he wanted to create a runaway for him in Portland. So the more you look in depth into that trade that happened yesterday, you can see the reasons why it happened. You start to like it a little more. Again, I'm not going to judge it until the end of the trade deadline because I do think some of those guys in the trade could get flipped, but I just it's not as bad as it seems. But that has to do with CJ McCollum. Go over CJ McCollum. Mavericks and Pelicans are the 2 biggest landing spots, and he's gaining a lot more traction than he was a couple weeks ago when it was said that he could be a negative asset. So that is a good sign if you are a Blazer fan. The second interesting tidbit that came from the rumors is the fact that Jusuf Nurkic is in a little bit of trade rumors. It is saying the Raptors are targeting centers. To be specific, Jusuf Nurkic, Jakob Poeltl, Miles Turner, Robert Williams, and Nicholas Claxton. So, with that being said, Jusuf Nurkic in Toronto. I don't know how that would happen. But again, the more you see these guys in trade rumors, I think it's a foregone conclusion that Nurk will be gone before the trade deadline. And if he's not, I would be absolutely shocked. The issue is I don't know the amount of value you could get for Nurkic given the fact that he is on the last year of his deal. I don't know if people will value that more or value that less given the fact that you could like it because you get off his money and then you can figure out what you want to do with him. You have more a little flexibility, but you also don't have stability. So I think that's an interesting thing when it comes to Nurkic, but the Raptors are obviously wanting a center. I mean, the biggest guy they have on the team is Chris Boucher, who, while he's tall, he's not a big, bulky center. And, I mean, when you look at those names, Robert Williams, Miles Turner, Jusuf Nurkic, those are guys that are going to bring defensive qualities to the team. And then Robert Williams and Nurkic are obviously big, bulky centers. I don't know what we would get in return. I look at that Raptors team, and they're not trading any of their starters. Again, this could just be another pick and role player to just make the money work. So when it comes to these rumors, again, they're just rumors. None of them are things that are for sure going to happen. But I just wanted to throw them out on the table for you guys. I wanted you guys to comment down below who you could see us getting back in return in these trades. Like, could you see us getting a Dorian Finney-Smith and a CJ McCollum trade to the Mavs? Or would we be more likely to get a Reggie Bullock and a Tim Hardaway Jr.? Could we get back a Precious Achiuwa from the Raptors in a Nurkic trade? Those are just some of the things I saw a lot. Any more rumors? I'm just scrolling down here. I mean, I think that's really all we got when it comes to the Blazers rumors as of recently. I will say that Dame did make a comment. He said, when the ship is sinking, the captain doesn't jump from it. So again, Dame is continuing to say his loyalty to the Blazers. And again, like I said on the podcast, or the emergency podcast that we had because of the trade yesterday, if you haven't, go watch that. It's on the channel. I said that Damian Lillard is involved in all of these moves. He has conversations with Joe Cronin every day. You can look at him pregame every day. He is talking for 30 minutes plus with Joe Cronin on the sideline every single game. So he's always going to be a part of these rumors. Damian Lillard, until he asks for a trade, he wants to stay. So don't be nervous about that. Don't think that these trades are like making Dame mad because, again, he is involved in these trades. But on that note, that's all I got for this video. It was just a quick little rumor video giving you guys rumors about what's going on with the Blazers because the trade deadline's coming up in just 5-6 days from now. So a lot more moves are to be made. I wouldn't be surprised if I see at least 1, maybe 2, possibly 3 more trades involving the Blazers before the trade deadline. So make sure to subscribe, be on the lookout for that. We're going to have a lot of content coming your way over the next couple days. So appreciate you guys watching. Comment down below about these rumors. Subscribe, like. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.